Welcome back. For nearly 2 decades, photographer Jenny Anderson has been capturing iconic moments on and off the Broadway stage. Her work, featured in a new book, The In-Between, is an intimate look backstage with Broadway stars. And now Anderson is offering us a unique snapshot of her career and her work as a house photographer. We got to follow Jenny during the busy spring theater season as she was covering the opening night of Smash.
Today is a crazy day. It's the Smash opening night on Broadway.
Smash is the hilarious new musical about the making of a musical about the life of Marilyn Monroe.
I'm sorry, what?
It's also a crazy week for me because my book party is on Sunday. Happy opening!
Happy opening, and soon it'll be opening for you.
I know, crazy.
I'll be
Are you gonna come?
Yeah, of
Yay.
course.
So there's a lot going on, but April is the busiest month on Broadway, so it's natural to be crazy, but that's how we like it. I just had a tailor drop off my suit that I'm wearing to my book party. There she is, little sparkle. The name of my book is The In-Between, Intimate and Candid Portraits of Broadway Stars. Right before they get on stage, when they're in their dressing rooms, getting into hair and makeup, sometimes in the rehearsal room, during tech, when they're still getting the show on its feet. So it's all these in-between moments that you don't really get to see. My grandfather bought me my first camera when I was like in 7th grade, so I wasn't super young, teenager, but it was a hobby. It was purely a hobby, and I remember taking photos of like objects everywhere, like trees or bikes or buckets of flowers, like whatever was around, I would take photos of. Hi, Kristen.
I'm so happy.
Hi. And then it slowly became taking photos of people in my life, my family around me, my friends. The thing I love taking photos of the most is rural life around me. My dad's a bluegrass musician, so I grew up taking photos of him playing the guitar on the porch, or my grandfather on the tractor in the fields, or my Mimi outside in the flower garden. My parents are coming. They've never been to an opening night before. No. The Tony Awards were my only window into theater growing up. I grew up in the South where we didn't really have a lot of connection to Broadway. Yes, now just stand. I moved here 18 years ago. I was 22, pretty much right out of college. I started working at Broadway.com as a photo intern. For the last 12, I've been on my own and capturing what I can on my own, but also being hired by shows and producers and publicists to cover Broadway. That's it. Now drop arms, just you. Yep, that's it, eyes up. One more. Here now. I love you so much. I get to go backstage and get people getting ready before they hit the carpet. I was with the leading lady, Robin Herder, and so I got to take photos of her getting ready. I cover curtain call, I'll cover the legacy robe, which is a beautiful ceremony that every Broadway musical has.
The Legacy Robe is awarded to a member of the chorus who has the most Broadway musical chorus credits.
Making their Broadway debut.
It's a big job, but it's my favorite job. I cry at that every single time. Every time.
Every time.
I've done like 18,000 of these. Every time. It's usually 2 cameras. I tend to have one for black and white and one for color, but also one is a fixed lens, so it doesn't move, so I get wider shots, and the other one is a zoom lens, so I can get tighter shots. I have a 3rd camera in my bag as safety. I'll use it for curtain call, because I use 2 cameras for curtain call. This one is a color camera. I just have black and white setting. When I first started loving photography and falling in love with photographers, it was a lot of female journalists specifically from the Depression era. And so all those photos were black and white, and they just, I don't know, they're deeper and richer, and to me, they tell more of a story. A lot of people say you can't hide anything with black and white. You really see all the detail and everything that's happening in the photograph, and I agree with that, but I also feel like I tend to, like if I don't like a photo, I'll immediately turn it black and white and it makes it better. Those people on stage are just human, and you want to see their human side. The photos, I look at them and I of course remember my time with the performer. Glenn Close is so iconic, and the fact that I got to take her photo blows my mind, and especially in that role specifically. She won the Tony for it. It was such a big deal when she first did it on Broadway, and then to come back and do it a second time years later, and to be a part of that was crazy. And that moment was so cool of her really wanting me to be there and capture her as Norma. Like, she was so open and so willing to have me in her space. That photo just means a lot to me in terms of my career, but also, I mean, she's an icon. How can you not have her on the cover? This is my stool? It's what I stand on when I shoot the curtain call.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
I pre-ordered.
Yay!
Yay! Love you. Mwah. I'll see you soon.
See you soon. I think my best trait as a photographer is to be able to connect with the person. I lean a little bit on my Southern charm too, and hospitality. I feel like connecting with the person and making them comfortable and feel safe makes for a better photo.
We're at the after party.
It's a long night, and then I end the night and I go home, and then I have several more hours to edit. These are my parents.
Hi.
It's my mom, my dad.
Daughter is not only the most talented, the kindest. Clearly, you had a lot to do with that.
When I first started, it was nothing but men on the carpet. I was definitely one of the only women out there, and it was scary and weird and daunting. I hope I'm an inspiration to other female photographers. I've only really had female assistants because I want to foster that. I also just hope that they find their own voice, and I was a small part of that. My advice is always kind of funny. I feel like mine is pretty relentless. Like, I didn't really take no for an answer a lot. Like, if something came in my way, I just figured out a way out of it. Like, if I had a job, if I had a day job, or if I was a waitress and then I got a photography job, I would quit the other job. That's my day, my crazy day. Thanks for coming with me.
And from an opening to some closing, Smash is actually playing its final performance this weekend. And the producers of Real Women Have Curves announced that they're closing on June 29th. To the cast and companies of both shows, congratulations on your runs. And Jenny, congratulations on your fabulous new book. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more premiere theater coverage and exclusive interviews, click the subscribe button. You can also download the Spectrum News app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you there.